wanted to see me sing. So I said, okay, let me do the other way around.
I was looking forward to Aisha. Just
Box Farm. He said motherhood is a choice to teach the hand everything wrong. That at angles of life of women, family from 1 to 2 p.m. With me in the studio is my colleague.
I am Esther, but you can call me your mini celebrity.
Esther, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Happy Mother's Day to all the exciting mothers out there.
So the 21st century has brought a shift in every aspect of our life, especially for parents who have to face different challenges in the expectations for having an advanced life are also increasing. Traditional parenting was stuck to a simple life. You know, it was all about having a child, raising that child, providing food, giving necessary education, teaching morals of life. Now, modern parenting is more than having a child and feeding him. It has to meet the certain challenges that exist in the 21st century. A rapid shift in attaining the quality of life and inventions to attain. It is creating fuels for parents to meet and exceed the expectations of the society for their child. Now, the instability has caused havoc and agony among parents. Advancements such as the advent of social media has made parenting more complex. Parents must be technologically savvy to meet up with these challenges. Now, today we'll be looking at the challenges of 21st century mothers, and to do this we have Hajiya Atika Abdallah, who is a general manager, a mother and an entrepreneur. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Generation, which is from the 18th greatest generation, which is from 1901 to 1925. Then we have the silent generation, which is from 1928 to 1945. Then we have the baby boomers, which is from 1946 to 1964. Then we have generation X, that's the Gen X, which is from 1965 to 1980. We have the millennials, which is 1981 to 1966. Then we have Generation Z, which we popularly call the Gen Zs, which is from the 1997 to 2012. Then the last one, which we're in right now, Generation Alpha, which is Gen Alpha, from 2013 to present. Each generation comes with its own peculiar challenges of parenting, especially the Gen Zs, who are more of the social media kind of generation. You know, everything they do is basically on the social media. Some can stay at home for 24 hours without moving. So, Adia, what is your take on some of these challenges?
Well, I'll first start by saying motherhood is a life-changing experience. It is a very, very, very joyful experience. In the end, every mother is proud of her children, regardless whether they turn out the way she wanted them to do
Or not.
It's only a mother's love, they say, and it's unconditional. And I would say that is true. Realize when you become a mother is that for once in your life, it's not me. It's not me. You don't think about you first.
Okay.
You don't have someone to worry about. You don't pick your bag and travel.
Right.
You have to think. Even if you were to travel with a baby. And I'll tell you my experience. When I first had my child, when I was going to go on my first trip with my child, usually we pack our bags, myself and my husband,
When you move.
and we move. This time we had to think about
The child.
where to put diapers. You understand?
Yes.
Bag, you need it. You goes and all that. So you need another bag for another human being. That for the first time in your life you have to worry. Oh, and then you have to think. Is this place going to be conducive for us with a child? Are you planning to stay with friends? Do they have children of their own? If they you understand? Are you going to stay in a hotel? Okay, if you stay in the hotel, still you have concerns for the people around you, the next door room guy, whoever is, or lady, whoever is in the next room, you still feel for them. So, but one thing that we all have to learn to do is when we become mothers is that there are no perfect mothers and there are no perfect children who do it all.
Okay.
In all you do, you have to find time for yourself. You have to find that 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day to sit quietly and take a break.
Right.
Relax a little bit. the whole day. Even if you are a home maker, you may be on your feet all day. You have to know that when that child is, if you happen to have a break, let's say you have a maternity leave, when that child has gone to sleep, you have to go to sleep at that time.
Right.
Don't say, oh, let me quickly make the food at the time the child is sleeping, because you may not get another time to rest.
Right.
So, and so you do have to take care of yourself. As they grow older, we have different challenges. Different challenges come into place as the children get older. And one thing I would say is that being a career woman does not stop you from raising very good kids.
Right.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Because whatever time you have, you have that connect up an hour in the evening of what has gone on older, they should have and you want to pass on. Taking time around. Don't feel guilty because you have to take your child to daycare. No, because a lot of women do. Yes, there are places or there are times in your life you may fabric or if you need some down to finances.
Right.
Can the mother take time off and be at home, and the father takes the burden of all the
Times there are unseen circumstances that come up. Sometimes the man feels like, I can provide, I'm the man of the house, you don't have issue with working, I'll do all of that. I had a neighbor, and God rest his soul, that died.
the man you need.
The man, and he was a director in one of the sectors. Then when he passed on,
That's when the whole thing started.
that was when the whole reality dawned on her that I would have had something doing then. You know, she now had to go as low as getting a grinding machine to grind for people and collect money. And this is someone that usually will not even go to market on a normal day. So in the long run, is it okay? Is it okay for the man to just say, okay, just stay home and I will provide?
What I would say is that when you're staying home doesn't mean don't do anything. You understand? I've lived in a few places, and I was taking care of my time off, but I was home, but I was not doing nothing. I had a travel business that I was running, and the office of my home could do.
Like owning a shop. You can own a shop, have someone there, and yours is just to go once in a while to supervise to make sure that things are in order.
That's true. That's true.
So, how great.
Very.
I mean, who would not want somebody taking care of the whole business?
That is great. But does that mean that you lie down and sleep all day? No. Because that's someone that's taking care of all the bills.
Right.
Maybe able to give you a little capital to go and start something.
To start something on your own.
It's not for the family to depend on.
Yeah.
It's for security purposes. Like you just said, life insurance. Take care of it. But you can do something. They say if you care so many times, people. So doing it because you have to find. You have to find what makes you happy.
What area do you think 21st century mothers should improve?
Growing up, there was too much discipline, behavior.
Right.
For spank the child. I was never spanked by my parents. But it turned out well as far as I know. But nowadays, you just let the kid do what they want to do. You don't give them any chores. They don't have anything to do in the house. It doesn't matter if I have my maid in the house. She's mine, she's not yours. You're going to do your own work.
Right.
You're going to do your work. You're going to fix your room. It's your responsibility.
We have a lot of boarding houses.
Extra. That as well. And then parental iPads or their phones.
Well, I was going to get to that, but I like that you're coming towards that angle already.
This is the most dangerous part of anybody in the world.
Yeah.
You cannot get free and then you're putting your...
Right. They're still under you.
Exactly.
It's a duty to spy on them to make sure they are doing the right thing.
Yes, I'm going to give you the opportunity to do the singing.
Yeah. Maybe I don't have voice.
It's the program Women's Corner on Citizen 93.7 FM. Abuja, and today we are talking on, because there are lots of challenges. I mean, children are overexposed to the use of social media.
Right.
Which is, unfortunately, not too long meant to watch. They get to do what are not supposed to have. Day by day, it keeps spoiling the challenges of parenting the 21st century in child abuse.
Child abuse has always been from differences in here. We spank our children, tap, tap, tap. It's not abuse to us.
Yes.
Other parts of the world, you do what you do, but they slap some called abuse.
Yeah.
But what we find abuse here, real abuse, is when it gets to a point whereby maybe you can hurt the child, either physically, mentally, or sexually. Those are the strong ones. I think that even not if it's not.
Making me enjoy it.
So sorry about that. Thank you for calling, Olga.
No problem. I would like to say first and foremost, happy mothers, and as the class actually teach kids. As parents, they then tend to get the housemaid to do all the chores while the children of the house are just hopping from one place to another like a butterfly. But then secondly, for the 21st century mother, what are the challenges that they have? A lot of the challenges that I feel women of this generation have right now is the have so all you do a quick fix because a lot just eating out. My mentality, a lot of guys carry around themselves right now, and you will see that even if the woman in the house is not up and doing as regards her services and how my children feel preparing them, they're taking them to school. Whereas Mama Put, that's the need to be eaten in school during a long time. Come on. It is a big task, but you then need to be able to balance everything. You should be able to schedule your time. Wake up by 4 a.m. in Nigeria.
Yes, she was really trending.
Supporting her, giving them all manner of gifts.
Yes.
A lot of people were also castigating her.
Yes.
This is a woman who to misbehave or to be present. If you want to a work your career, it is not at all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Even as a man, as a professional, I know what it takes. What is happening on my shoulders, let alone if I were to be a woman. Anyway, I will not be a woman.
Thank you so much, Oga. Thank you.
I really enjoy it.
So he knows it's not easy to get live or 09030, sometime on Twitter.
Yeah.
She took it upon herself to make sure that she is available, wakes up as early as 4 a.m.
But then again, she had a trigger.
Yeah.
So I have this colleague
That was
before. If it starts from ringing and something like that, okay.
The generational gap. For me, when I wake up, I still hear someone else don't mind waking up. Because everything about life, do you understand what I mean? If you come and you make dinner and you said, oh, I'm exhausted, oh, this is what I shouldn't be doing this, it becomes have the right attitude. First, they say, oh, you can't plan for everything. But a little planning helps, especially
It does.
if you're also a mother. All these things about taking your children out and buying food, if you had planned well, you can afford, you have everything done, you slice this, slice that. All you have to do is 20 minutes preparation.
There's some women that would even make the white rice, lamb, egg soup.
If you have things done, at least prepared earlier, all you have to do is probably take 20 minutes to do that. You would want other people to do it, whether it tastes good or not. You don't care. And that's what I was saying. That the woman would enjoy it, might just be polite, eat it, but he doesn't like it. And it's always good once in a while to say, what would you like for breakfast? Because we're all two different people.
Right, and even if you're in charge of the kitchen, you necessarily will not know what.
Not all get it's getting someone to do it for you. But initially, and even at that point, make sure that it is the kind of food you would want to eat and he would want to eat. Take to school.
Nowadays, don't. This is someone that would frustrate. So this now kids are, but they know that it is your responsibility.
You manage to make your child accept the right thing and leave the wrong thing.
I'll start by saying, why did you bring that into your house? Whatever is not right for your child.
Like we said, children are exposed to all sorts of things on social media, to some of those sites that are not, sites that are good for him. Because they're not for a while. Before you know it, they start scrolling. How do you get your child to, deviate from those?
At the age of 18, you should have a limited time for social media, for internet use. What I do is I have internet and I have it in the house for the whole house. When I'm not there, I turn it off and lock my door. How are they going to use it? They have no money to buy internet. I don't give them money. So where are they going to have it? So you're going out of the place they're doing their work there. I'm checking on you. How much time do you know with science or math? Because he didn't forget everything. Open up any other place where a parent is.
Right.
So it is you giving the time and don't give too much time. They have to do the schoolwork. Okay, you give them the internet. If it is one that it's your phone, give them the time and come back and pick it and go.
We have another caller.
All right.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Shuaibu. I'm calling from the city of Dubai.
You're welcome.
I think it's a very important topic to discuss today on the challenges.
Yeah.
Because this century comes with to be able to control or to have control over their children. Parents should be resolute in their process of bringing up their children. These years of their child.
Right.
Some parents of the resolute matter.
Right.
At what age, at what open level where a child can solve. Parents must be smart enough to be able to determine what their children are doing. We have instances where children have sent nude pictures out and then they delete it from their phone.
Yeah.
And this time parents stop their phone, is discovered as if their children are put to bed. Whereas they are inside. So parents must be resolute in their attempts to bring up their children in a good manner. Don't count into peer pressure or social pressure in caring for their family and
Thank you so much. Like you said, parents must be technologically savvy. Like I said, like they had to.
You made a really valid point.
Yeah.
I just talked about being in and out and checking where your kids.
And then at what age do you even give your child an
app? He said there are some kids that once they are done, they delete this thing. So even when you check,
deleted. Even those that they say private, you can bring them up.
Some have that, knowledge to be able to do all of that. If they don't have the technological knowledge, technological know-how, it's going to be difficult for them. So at the same time, as much as we would want parents to have these ideas, because kids of now, you don't want them to do it. There's a way they sneak and seek to understand your child, know what your child knows. Your child is, doing something else because you're not there to get friends, and you're not sure in terms of, the lack of bondage, the emotional bondage between a parent and their child.
Okay, so I would say, growing up is a bit different now, closer to your mother. But the dad is seen as that, macho guy that is
very strict and you have to smile.
In Nigeria, we call it no nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. You can call it that. No, but now, even the fathers, at least those that want to have close relationship with them, what would you like to do? You give the advice, but you're not rigid in your advice. You give them room to say, individually, you probably will agree with the conversation. Open that channel.
Aziza, you're welcome.
Because of the kids. Thank Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanthank you, Aziza. Aziza is one of our regular callers.
Yes. Sleep when the kids are and the young ones are sleeping.
Yeah.
That's probably the only time she'll have to nap.
True. You don't say, oh, let me just do this while they're sleeping, because
Yes.
keep watch.
There's nothing wrong with the house being dusty.
Break down. Because when you break down, the same house is going to be dusty. and then you have to deal with a lot. Yes.
So Hajia, this is on social media. That is about 16 social media platforms indicate that there were 36.7 million users and age 18 and above using social media in Nigeria at the start of 2024, which was it. Now, what is your call to parents generally? Because it's there on social media. Majority of theirs, it will be time for them to, you see a child spending media.
Now that's
That's all of this because the time they spend on social media is really much.
To get your child to understand that this is not good for him. That is all you need. Because you cannot be with them all the time. You can that line that you are taught between wrong and right. If your child listens, you get your child to the point whereby if I'm on my phone, it stops me from doing my chores in the house, stops me from doing my homework. If you can get your child to understand that this has limitations, because by the time you say don't do it, they're more interested,
more curious. They want to do it. So
talk to their child. Okay, this things here, so and so things are not right for you. My culture is against it. My religion is against it. My upbringing is against it. This. The child is able to understand why you are asking them not to do what they want to do. Yeah, a lot of people do it. It doesn't mean it is right. Do you understand? Have a child to have the mind of their own, to be a responsible person at any age. If you say when you wake up, I tell my daughter, I said when you wake up, the first thing you have to do is fix your bed. That becomes a habit. There are responsibilities, and then that forever. Because you have to send them out in the world. Even in the schools you send them out, they have computers. The child to understand why they're being asked not to do what they're doing.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. You literally hit a lot of recent mothers. Now the Gen Z mothers, these are like, oh no, please, it's not full 15. And you're like, feel like, oh, the more you snoop around, the more.
He gave his kids phones at 14.
We want to give them the biggest one.
yes, not a smartphone.
Then what we like to do extra on everything. Now we say a trending thing.
And we like to copy. Let's use that one.
Yes, we copy, but then we copy extra. Now we'll add jobs, SS. But then again, these are things we talk about, and that's why we have Women Corner. These are things we talk about every day because we believe we have listeners that pick one or two things. Thank you for finally this over here. My name is Esther, but you can call me a mini celebrity. It was nice being on the show today with Aisha.
For me, Aisha Shuaibu Badeggi, I want to leave with this quote, and he says from John Ryan in his book, The Water Giver. He says, motherhood is about raising and celebrating.